Yeah, so now when we work on Jira board, so whatever the structure we will be having is like we will be having epic followed by feature, and then features are followed by user stories, and user stories we will be having under the user story we will be having subtasks. Okay, so what is an epic? So epic is in high level functionality or high level implementation of the functionality that what you are going to implement. Say, for example, in our hospital application system, so we have a total list of like user login. User should able to sign up to create a new account, and then user should enter his details, and then user should give the I mean the problem that what he is suffering. He need to give that problem details, and then he will be getting the list of available doctors near to the location, and then he'll select the available time slots on that particular day, and then he will book an appointment. And after booking an appointment, he will click on the submit button. Then the appointment with that particular doctor will be booked out, and you will get a notification saying that uh, an appointment has been raised on this particular doctor on this particular day at particular time slot. So this is the entire process of hospital appointment system. So in this, the first thing is we need to have the information of the user who is going to log into our website, and then enter his details, whatever may be the personal details, the contact information, and related to the problem that he is suffering. So he should may enter all these details. So they now what I will say is like the user sign up process will be my epic. Okay. And in this epic, I can have multiple number of features. Say an epic can have multiple number of features, and each feature will be having multiple number of user stories. And each user story will be having multiple number of subtasks. Feature 3, then we have feature 4. So now under feature 1, we have like you can have multiple number of user stories. So we have, let's say, user story 1, and we have user story 2, user story 3, and user story 4. Okay, so now under this epic user sign up process, so the my feature is like what I will say in my future one, say I'll say that sign up process, or I can say it as like sign up page. Okay, so this is my feature name. So under this feature, I will be having multiple stories. The first one is, so user should access the website. I mean, when he open the URL and paste it, or open the URL in the browser, he should be able to see the website saying like this is some hospital appointment system. Website should be displayed to him. And then when he got the access, then user should able to see the sign up button, or we can say it like user should be able to see the login screen. Okay. So now here again, if the user is already existing one, then he should be able to enter this login credentials and click on sign in button. Or yeah, that is a sign in button. So this is my user story 3. So okay. So now the user is not an existing one, he is a new user. So for that, for a new user, he should be able to see the sign up link, or sign up link. So when he clicks on the sign up button, or when he clicks on the sign up, then he should be able to see the user related data. So this is how I created the user stories for my future sign up page. So in the
Okay.
sign up page, the first story, what the user should able to do, like he should be able to access the website. So whether he is having the access, or whether he is an active user or inactive user. So that should be identified when he access the website. If he is unable to access, maybe due to some technical issues related to the website, or maybe sometimes the website is down, or sometimes maybe the user permissions has been removed from the website, so that he is not able to access the our URL, I mean the hospital appointment system. Okay, so now consider the positive scenario here. User should be able to access the URL in the browser. So now after accessing the URL, he should be able to see the login screen. So that is our next user story. So now after seeing the login screen, here we should mention in detail, like in the login screen, what are the fields that need to be displayed. Like in the login screen, he should be able to see the username and password along with the sign in button or submit button.
Okay.
And then in the user story 3, we are saying like if the user is an existing one, then he should be able to log in with his credentials and click on the sign in button. That is one. And if the user is a new one, he is first time opening our website to book an appointment. So we need to capture his details. So we need to create the login credentials to him. So what we are asking, like we are putting a sign up option over there. So on clicking the sign up button, so a new page will be opened asking to enter the user details. So this
Okay.
is how I split my user stories. And coming to this particular user stories, what I can do in the subtasks if required. So here, say the user should access the website. So I don't need to create any subtask here because it's a straightforward one. The simply like the URL should be a valid one. So that it should start with the www.format and whatever the URL that you are entering. so that when you copy paste that URL, or when you enter the URL in a specific browser, it should be able to launch to the website. So now we have in this particular story, we need to mention like the browser compatibility. So he can able to access when he use the Chrome browser. He can able to access when he use the Microsoft Edge. He can able to access the website when he opens the URL in the Opera or Firefox, whatever may be the other browser. So the browser compatibility in the sense like the website should be accessible to all the browsers, irrespective of whatever the browser it might be. So when you enter your company website or the website URL, it should display our website landing page or the website home page. So
Okay.
it is a straightforward one. So if needed, we can create a subtask here stating that, let's see, SBT1, which is, we can say, browser compatibility. And let's assume, so now I have created one subtask, which is browser compatibility one. And then the second one where I can mention like uh, website designing part. So website design. So if you see the structure here, so my epic for the project, we can say like, let's put the project name here. Okay, so my project hospital appointment system is having the Epic user sign up process. And in this particular Epic, I'm having the feature which is the sign up page. And this sign up page is having the first user story, which is user should able to access the website. And in this particular website, I have created two subtasks which are related to the browser compatibility one and then the design of the website. And now coming to the user story two, user should be able to see the login screen. So what are the subtasks that I can create for this is like, yeah, now here, say, I can see the UI of the login screen. This is my subtask one for this user story. And the subtask two is like for the QA team. So prepare the test cases This will be my another subtask. So this is the structure how we are going to create in the Jira framework when we follow the agile process. So we'll be having the epic, feature, user story, and subtask. These are the terminology or the words which we will be using when we have the Jira board, or you can say like when we follow the Scrum process under the Agile framework. So epic, future, user story, subtask. The first one will be the epic, which gives you the high level implementation of the project, and the future is nothing but it has been derived from the features or derived from the epic, which split the functionality of the high level functionality into multiple blocks, and each feature is having multiple number of user stories where the user story gives you the set of execution of a particular functionality or a particular statement. And in each user story, you will be having multiple subtasks. So each subtask is like a particular activity that has been assigned to the particular team, like for the development team or for the UI designing team or for the QA team. So whatever they are going to do, say for example, in the login screen or in the web, coming to the website. So here, different departments will be working in this particular user story. So the same user story will be assigned to the development team, the QA team, and the designing team. So now the development team who is working on this particular website, so they will create the website design or whatever the website banners on the website landing page, the headings that need to be displayed, or some images that need to be displayed, or any type of animations that we need to display. So that will be handled by the development team. And now we have the UI team. So where they will be giving us like what is the best combinations of UI design, like what type of fonts size we should use, or what type of colors combinations that we can use, or what type of animations that the current website is going to support. All these things will be handled by the UI design team. And then we will be having the QA team who are going to test the website. Like they will open the Chrome browser and they will run the website, and they will see whether the website is working fine with all the images or with whatever the content that we have prepared in the website, or is displaying properly, or it is having any clumsy, or any of the images are not displaying properly, or some content is missing. So they will test these scenarios in each of the browser. So on one particular user story, we have three different teams working on it. So in order to log the hours, like say for example, I'm mentioning here, say we can say like a department, because in the Scrum we will be having only one team, which is the Scrum team. So now we'll split this into multiple developments. So dev team will be there, dev, not mention UI, and then QA. So these three persons are working on the user story one, US one, which is the website page. So now, and the QA is also working on the user story one. So now in order to log the hours, say for example, this dev task, he's been the resource who is working on this development from the development team is, say for example, Ram is the one person, and from the UI design there is one more person, Rahul, and from the QA team we have one more person, which I am assigning a resource here, assigned to Ram from the dev team, Rahul from the UI team, and Raj from the QA team. So now I'm saying that RAM has worked initially on the browser compatibility issues. So he had given like how many days, let's say here efforts, or we can say estimates. Let's see, we have estimates here, which is nothing but, let's see, here we are going to take the estimates in the form of hours. Okay, let's keep it as in a days. Okay, so now Ram is saying like he need to he is going to complete the browser compatibility or whatever the dev related things in 2 days. So he had given the estimate to complete this is 2 days. And now coming from the UI design, they said like they are going to complete the all the UI designs by from 1 day. And then the testing team said that they are going to execute all the test cases. First thing is that they need to prepare the test cases and then they need to execute. So they are saying like it would take 2 days for them to complete the QA testing. So now you can see the total days that has been assigned to this particular user story is 5 days. So we can say that total is 5 days. So now I'm saying like Ram has worked on this particular dev task on so and so date. So he need to log hours in the on the particular subtask that has been assigned. So he's going to log hours on this particular task. Say he said that like on the first day he worked around 6 hours. And similarly, let's put the log hours here. Text estimate days, and here what we'll say log hours. So we are going to log hours is nothing but whatever the efforts that you have put on the particular story or the subtask that has been assigned to you on that particular day. So when we say that log hours, it should be always we need to log in hours. Say now uh, Ram has given like it would take 2 days for him to complete the task. So 2 days in the sense like here it is like 2 into 8, 16 hours. And he's saying like the first day he logged 6 hours. I mean, which is nothing but he worked on 6 hours for this particular subtask. And now the website design team, they said like for them to complete the design part, they have given the estimate as 1 day. So they spent only 2 hours. And the QA team, so they have for the first day they just prepared the test cases, so they have spent around 4 hours. So whatever the work that the particular team member or who has been assigned a particular user story or a subtask, he need to log hours daily, like how much time efforts that he put on that particular thing. Say like if you worked on 6 hours or 3 hours, or if you worked on more than 8 hours, say if you logged like 10 hours, then we should give the particular person should provide an explanation like why he need to put additional hours of 2 hours. So to log the hours from the respective departments for the respective team members where that subtasks or the user stories that has been assigned. So we have created them into multiple subtasks so that each department can pick this subtask. So if I am a person who is working from the QA side, so and for me, I'll pick the subtask here. My subtask is to create the test cases and execute the test cases. So I'll pick this subtask and I'll log my hours that these are the hours that I have spent on creating the testing from the QA department for the user story, user story one. And let's say if I'm the person from and you are the person who is working from the designing part. So you said like you have worked only 2 hours. So you are going to pick the subtask and you are going to log hours against the subtask, saying that out of 8 hours you have spent 2 hours of time. So this is how so we are going to log our efforts or our time spent on the particular subtask or the particular user story on whatever the work that you have done on that particular day. So this particular log hours concept, why we require this log hours is like we are going to, if you remember, like in the Scrum ceremonies, we have one concept called as a burn down chart. So
Yeah.
to prepare the burn down chart, we need to have the log hours. So how we are
Yes.
going to do the burn down chart is the total efforts or the total estimates provided by the total estimates divided by, you can say, the efforts logged, or you can simply mention like log hours. So this is a formula of how the burn down chart is going to create. So ideally, the burn down chart should be a linear line. It should not have any variations or any fluctuations. Like it should not come down or it should not rise. It should be a linear straight line in the graph. So linear straight line in the sense like you have provided 8 hours as an estimates and you should log hours 8 hours so that the line should be the chart in the particular burn down chart. The line that is generating here should be a linear line. I mean, it should be
Okay.
a straight one. Let me. And say like so if you see here in let's say this is an assume like this is a graph that what we are going to generate in our burn down chart. This is the chart. So the output should be always a linear line, straight line in the burn down chart or in the particular sprint, the burn down chart that has been created or generated on the particular sprint. Why? Because here the total estimates given is 8 and then the log hour should also be 8. So if it is less than 8, then you will see the fluctuation in this particular straight line. It would not be a straight line. You will see the fluctuations here. At the same time, if he logged more than 8 hours 10 lines, so he will see like there will be an increase in the hours allocated. This is how we are going to create the burn down chart. So we will discuss, you will get more picture when we uh, complete at least one or two sprints, so that you will see, like when we log hours against each of the user story, you will can able to see the output of how it is generated in the burn down chart.
Okay.
So now, so far, so is it clear, like whatever the concepts we discussed here?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now we said, coming to the Scrum ceremonies, we have the burn down chart. Let's put the Scrum ceremonies. So in that, the first one we discussed about burn down chart. And then what are the other ceremonies here we will be having? So we are going to have the sprint planning, and then sprint review, and then we will be having sprint retrospective, and then finally the burn down chart. So we discussed on the burn down chart. So what are the other ceremonies that we have left over here is sprint planning, sprint review, and sprint retrospective. So this is how I have created the epics for the project that what we have planned. So my first epic is, say for example, let's take the epic as admin and backend management. So in this particular epic, so this is the one epic, and in this particular epic, I'm having two features, which is doctor management, which I need to get the details of the doctor's availability, and doctor information in the, doctor management. We need to maintain the information of the doctors, like this particular doctor is having, he is a senior or a junior doctor, or in what are the areas he's I mean, we can say like he's proficient, or his proficiency, and then his total years, and then his charges, like how much amount he's going to charge on certain specific problems. So all these things, all this information we need to capture, and this will come under as a doctor management. So what here is going to do as an admin, I want to add, update, or remove doctors from the system so that the listings stay up to date, which indicates like I should be able to create the doctor information, and then I should be able to update the doctor information. And if required, I should be able to remove the doctor who is no more working on that particular hospital, or working on that particular location, or in that particular city, because the list of the doctors that you are displaying in the website should be an updated one. So in order to make that list as an updated one, we need to do the necessary changes to the doctor's information that what we are getting in the database. So you need to update the doctor, say if the doctor has been moved from this particular location to another location. So when the user enters uh, his location, then the doctor should not be able to display it in the doctor's list. Or say, for example, if the doctor now he is say he is a mid-level or he is a junior doctor, And now, based on the experience or the proficiency, so he got the promoted to some senior doctor. So now, um, in the doctors list, he should not be displayed under the junior doctors or the mid-level experience of the doctors. He should be displayed in the senior level doctors or a specific specialization on the particular problem or the disease that what they are going to have. And all this information I'm going to do in the doctor management, which is one of the feature. And in the same admin and backend management epic, I have already added one more feature called as the patient management. So what is the patient management is nothing but the user or the patient who is makes an appointment using our website. So we need to maintain the patient details. So being an admin, I should be able to view and manage the user or the patient data so that we can give the necessary required information like based on the problem that he is having. Say for example, if I'm suffering with a migraine, so I should be able to see the list of doctors who are specialized in the uh, migraine related problems. So if you see here, let's this one. So let's So the same epics that what I have created, I just split them into a structure format. Like you can see, like the epic that what we discussed is admin and backend management, right? So in the admin and backend management, I have created two features, which is doctor management and patient management. And under the doctor management, I'm having the user story. I have created one user story here. And under the patient management, I have created one more user story.
Okay.
So what I'll do is like I'll update this sheet in the drive.